Rick Mears sits calmly, quietly in the car. Now, Rick Mears can calm himself so much that he is capable of falling asleep on the grid. He has actually done that. Of course, the Penske team, hopefully about to enjoy a good moment, have had bad moments here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's go back to 1982 when Rick Mears made a stop in the 81 race.
We got a fire there. You can't see it, but it's an outlaw fire. Look at people fleeing in every direction. It's Rick Mears trying to get out of his car. He just came into the pits. This could be very bad. You can't see it, but it's there. See him waving his hand. There's Mears. He's got the flame-proof driving suit on. There's a mechanic who's really on fire.
Rick Mears isn't fire himself. He's not fire. He's probably and he's
still not getting that man.
The mechanic's still on fire. You cannot see the flame. It's an alcohol fire.
Look at those tanks right there contain fuel too. This is a very dangerous situation. They seem to be getting it under control now.
Father Mears there. His father there. The mechanic is obviously burned. He knows he's burned. My, Jim, this could have been a tragedy because there's all that fuel there. The equipment is here. The fire extinguishers are here to put it out. They're really playing a lot on it here.
Well, the other mechanic seems okay for the moment.
Well,
don't know about those burns, though, at this point.
Well, you know, nobody recognizes how heavy a burn is until sometimes too late. But Rick Mears was undoubtedly better equipped for it. His wife
There's
is
his wife, yeah.
She's worried, obviously. The biggest risk here, of course, is inhalation. That's his father there, looking over him there. Inhalation. And here's Tom Sneva still trying to get out the pits during all of that drama. Now we're back into the Rick Mears pit. The biggest risk there is inhalation of flame or heat or toxics where you can severely burn your lungs. Now, he was lucky. He had his helmet on, Jim. And, of course, that could have helped him. Look at all that stuff.
A terrible moment there, a terrible moment, and obviously he has at least been helped a great deal by that clothing.
That's all behind Rick Mears now. We are live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Rick Mears is strapped into the cockpit and is rolling now on the first lap. He has 2 laps in which to warm the car up. He's taking it very easily. Now, Rick Mears has won 2 500s, looking for his 3rd pole position. His wife, Chris Mears, is in the pits watching. Brian Hamilton.
Houston safest laps out of everybody else. That's basically all I think about.
Can he make the pole?
I think so.
Chris Mears, a very interested bystander here in the pits.
Well, Chris Mears thinks so. I'm sure that about 150,000 people here at the track think so.
Boy, she knows he can. I mean, that girl really knows he can. He knows he can. It's just a question of whether everything's right.
This is Paul Page with Bobby Unser, Jack Arute, Brian Hammonds. We are live from Indianapolis. Golf will be coming up in just a few minutes, but first we will keep our eyes focused on this bright yellow machine. Moves so slowly down the backstretch, and if we take a look at the cars that have been presented at the line, 21 have attempted qualifications, 13 have qualified. This pole has been swapped 3 different times. First it was held by Mario Andretti, and then Al Unser, and then Danny Sullivan. As we take a look through this field once again, if Rick Mears can qualify on the front row, it will be an all Penske front row. And perhaps that predicts what we may see on race day. The second row, Braden Daly, Michael Andretti. The third row, Lewis, Roberto Guerrero, and Kevin Hogan. The 4th row is now Sneva, Bill Kruger, Teo Bobby, Scott Atchison in the 4th row. But will Rick Mears move on to the pole position? Will he break his 4-lap average of 216.8 miles an hour? Or perhaps he will break Danny Sullivan's brand new 1-lap record of 217.7 miles an hour. In just a few moments, we will know the answers to all of those questions and more.
Now remember, we heard a little bit earlier that Rick had possibly talked to Danny and to Al and maybe changed the stagger on the rear tires from Roger Penske, Paul. It's going to be interesting. Let's watch that and see if it changes the handling on his car.
The car rolled out as we watch the crew. Derek Walker is there with the green and yellow flag. Peter Parrott, the crew chief. Walker's the manager. Rick picks up the pace now, ready to start on his qualification run. There he is on the back stretch. This time around, he should see the green flag. Will he add to that already awesome record of Penske in the front row? In 77, it was Sneva and you, Bobby Unser, on the front row. 78, Sneva and Rick Mears. In 82, Rick Mears had the pole. Kevin Cogan was alongside. In 86, Rick Mears the pole again. Danny Sullivan alongside. As Rick Mears comes toward the start-finish line, the green flag is waved. They click the watches as he flashes across that guard of brick, heads into the first turn. Will this be a record run? We're about to find out as Rick Mears is on a qualification run.
His line is good. It's a fast line. He's not getting too much of his tires on the white and yellow line. He's coming near the wall, coming out. Really good so far, Paul.
Rick Mears, you're looking at his time trial best. 216.828 miles an hour, the 4-lap record here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Many of those people here in the stands today feel that it is about to fall, as well as perhaps Danny Sullivan's one-lap record. By comparison, Rick Mears down the backstretch in our checking position at 227 miles an hour across the line. Roger Penske, Chris Mears, they look happy with what they've seen on their stopwatches. 220.453 miles an hour. Rick Mears has broken Danny Sullivan's record that was set just a little over 1 hour ago.
Fabulous, Paul. And yet his line looks like it's pretty conservative. He's not wiggling. He's not sliding. He's in the right place on the racetrack. Looks like he can do that all day, doesn't he?
In racing, fast is smooth, and Rick Mears looks very smooth. There's no question. He is very fast. We might be able from time to time to listen in to his team manager, Derek Walker, as he stands on the straightaway. Again, they're reporting the speed out good. Look at Roger Penske. He's proud of that one as he passes the watch around. 219.887 miles an hour. 877 miles an hour. 219.877. Rick Mears is averaging 220.165.
This is what the crowd has come to see, Paul. They're standing up all around the racetrack. They want to see that 220 mile an hour. They want to see new records, and that's exactly what Rick is doing.
Rick Mears on the third of 4 laps. Are we going to see an all Penske front row at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway? His speed on the backstretch remains consistent at 227 miles an hour. His average is right now 220.165 as he comes down the main stretch again. Roger Penske looks up, watches his car enter into the first turn. 218. That was what you saw in Penske's face. The speed has come off just a bit, but still it is incredibly fast. 218.781 miles an hour. Rick Mears averages 219.7. He's on the final lap.
And he still looks smooth. I don't think there's any danger. He is slowing down a little bit. Remember, though, that's really fast. He could slow down a little bit without looking too bad.
Rick Mears is about to shatter his own 4-lap record if only he can hold on for this final lap. His straightaway speed has fallen off to 226 on the backstretch, but here he comes. Rick Mears takes that checkered flag. They accept the run. And Rick Mears, look at them. They're happy. They're celebrating already. Rick Mears has completed his qualifying run the last lap at 217.702 miles an hour. The 4-lap average, a new track record. 219.198 miles an hour.
Absolutely fabulous, Paul. This is exactly what everybody came to see. Roger Penske is happy. The crew is happy. I can look down there now and see him jumping every place.
So the front row now is Rick Mears on the pole. His teammate, Danny Sullivan, is alongside, and his teammate, Al Unser. 3 Penske cars, 3 members of the Penske team now occupy the front row at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway as Rick Mears did what everyone expected, what he predicted the entire month. 219 miles an hour. So coming up next on ABC Sports, it's live 3rd round golf coverage of the GTE Byron Nelson Golf Classic. Then on ABC's Wide World of Sports, a world-class field at the International Invitational Diving Championship. Plus, Ali Sheba and Ben Twice in the Pimlico Special. And the live report will continue updating you from Indianapolis for the time trials and the run for the pole. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports.